pretty privileged TikTok. Hard to
All right,
know.
Oh my
let's
God.
get into it. Let's get into it. That's what you're known for.
Yeah, the lowdown is I should not have used the term pretty privilege, and I should not have said that I'm in an open relationship because TikTok could not handle that. Something that I've been really having to deal with my boyfriend is his pretty privilege. Like, whenever he's introduced... But everyone took that as, like, my boyfriend is pretty privileged, I'm ugly, and, like, everything is bad because we're in an open relationship. It did not go straight as an arrow on TikTok. It went to the wrong side of the algorithm, and it went to the dogs, and they ate me up.
Literally Gaysian.
Literally Gaysian.
Hello, hello, hello. 안녕하세요. Konnichiwa. Ni hao ma, baby. Welcome to Literally Gaysians. I am your new host, Nathan Ramos Park. If you're new here, this is the podcast where two gay Asian guys, aka Gaysians, used to get real about their feelings and literally Gaysian tings until they ghosted y'all for months. So they decided that controversy sells and brought me in, a Gaysian who has it all. Pretty privilege, an open relationship, crippling anxiety, honey. And of course, I had the audacity, the audacity to literally say yes to the mess. Now, where have your hosts been, do you ask? Bao is still in intensive therapy after being a lovely 3,698th runner-up alternate on season 3 of American Idol, baby. And don't ya? Well, he's been all drag and no queen, fulfilling the role of local court jester and resident whipping boy in the San Francisco Gaysian underground. And I'm here to spark thought,
Oh my God.
push some buttons, but more importantly, get the ratings up, honey, on this rapidly aging millennial podcast that should have just been a diary entry or a tweet on an alt account. But alas, is unfortunately broadcast inexplicably worldwide, honey. They're listening in Venezuela. But seriously, I am so excited to be here. I absolutely love shooting this shit, and I can't wait to collectively shoot my shot with these boys. A little climax with y'all, if you will. So thank you so much for having me. Yay.
Ooh, yay. Oh my
Yay!
God. Oh, Jesus
What
Christ.
is this? What it's like to be a real content creator who makes money off of off of this? You know, with actual
Wow.
talent. Like, look at you. You're just so smooth. Sadly, for all of our listeners, that was just a bit, and you're still stuck with us. Don't ya and bow.
Well, what have y'all been up to? Y'all said you wanted to save it for the pod. I want to know.
Well, first of all, thank you for doing that bit for us.
Of course.
The other option we thought about was like doing a ChatGPT intro, but we like to use human writers, and you're a human writer.
Thank
And
you.
just like the rest of Hollywood, we don't pay human writers. So thank you for your labor.
Yeah, I feel
Thank
at
you for
home. I
your
feel
labor.
at home. Yeah.
Yeah, and before we answer your question, please welcome our amazing guest for season 3's premiere, actor, writer, human writer, not AI writer, Gaysian TikTok legend, and apparently now a podcast host, Nathan Ramos Park. Hi, Nathan.
Thank you for having me.
Snaps.
Yay.
You have probably had more content on TikTok in a month from your TikTok than we have had in the past year, in an entire season. Like, I was trying to scroll through it. I was like, last time I looked at it, there's been 20 new TikToks. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I try and make between 5 and 15 videos a day. Which
day?
Sounds crazy. Yeah. But it seems to work, and I love to yap, and so I just kind of, keep it coming.
Okay, for the realism, I just need you to shake the camera a little bit. Just a little.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys.
There we go.
So what do you think about...
I mean, Nathan's actually in his car right now.
Yeah. The green
He just
screen's
changed
off,
the background using AI, but he's actually in his car right now, and this is where he feels comfortable talking. So what have we been up to, Chris, since our last season, our bonus episode?
Oh my God, it's been months since our last season, and I've been kind of feeling like I'm still in the doldrums, in a bit of a rut, still unemployed, complaining about the evils of capitalism, which really is now techno-feudalism. But, it's leaving me sort of feeling like I'm losing all control of my career and financial future. But I kind of snapped out of it. I'm having a good time. And, I'll kind of get back into it because, we have a Be Real coming up later, which Bao is forcing me to remember that we do. I'm feeling happy about those things. And I just, really not a lot has changed. That's what's kind of both exciting and sad. Nothing has changed in the last few months. And I both enjoy it and going, what am I doing? So we'll talk about it more. What have you been doing, Bao?
I have been just really focusing on my work and my career. I
Must be nice.
I want to complain about it, but I know a lot of people are out of work, like my boyfriend. So we're kind of dealing through a lot of that. Hold on. I'm getting a little bit of crazy. Hold on.
She's getting verklempt.
Yeah, I'm getting a little verklempt. Give me a second.
The emotions.
Yeah. I've been getting this a lot lately. This is why I'm going to talk to this. I get like a out of breath thing. So I'm going to take a beta blocker. Hold on.
I thought it was all that vaping.
She's giving Jordan Sparks. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
Or Beyonce, Lose My Breath.
Oh.
But we're not even going to edit that out.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't vape. I don't vape anymore. Anymore. I used to a lot. And I've been focusing on my career, and my job. I know that sounds really like vague and ambiguous, but the one thing I'm really focusing on is like anxiety and burnout, because I realized like, okay, I was like taking a break because I had burned out and had like a mental breakdown after my last job, and I took this whole break, and then I got back ready to get back into the workplace. Took a while to find a job, got this job, and then like all those demons started coming back, all the anxiety demons, and like I was fine for 6 months, and then like this thing that just happened would come up once in a while. Like, oh, like I know I'm safe. I'm with you guys. I've done this podcast a million times, but something would come up where like it would just attack my breathing. I just relied on beta blockers for a while. Cause beta blockers are amazing. But then I realized like I don't want to just kind of rely on that all the time, because like I'm like, I'm regulated now, so I can talk to you like this, right? But like when I'm in that moment, when all that comes up, I like freak out that it's happening. And then decided to just like get back into therapy. Like, what are these like really core wounds that drive some of this anxiety? What are some things I haven't dealt with from my time at Netflix, like all the burnout, the nervous system stuff that's come up. And then I also am working with like a coach to kind of work through all this. And so that is like, I just am avoiding another mental breakdown. I feel really great about it, even though like this all just happened. I'm like, well, I just like am more accepting of that anxiety exists in my life. Yeah. And I think that was one of the core things of why like it took me a while to like try to get back into the season, just like dealing with a lot of some just like deeper stuff that has come back up because I work. That wasn't there when I wasn't working, right? And we started this podcast when we weren't working, or I wasn't working, and could be a lot more free and talking about things, and like felt like there's so much space to be more creative. But then I got that like bite again. I got the itch again, and like some of it's gonna be messy. Like the last 2 minutes, that was a little messy, but some of it's just gonna be messy, and we're just gonna.
But we're
work
messy,
through it.
and I think that's what we've learned that we are and are okay with.
Yeah, I mean, and I knew I didn't know how to start this season, which is why Nathan did it. So thank you.
I'm always here for you, and yeah, I think I've been really working on it too. Kind of how do we? Capitalism is so much about how do we divorce ourselves from ourselves, but then like life is about how do we deepen our relationship with ourselves. And so it's like you have to just be proud of yourself that you're like able to, I can feel my body, I'm recognizing this happening to me and feeling this. And so the life that we're in right now is not conducive for like our health.
I look at my friends like Bao, Brian, Maverick. They are working, which I'm not, and what I've been being very is choosy about, way too picky about the jobs I'm applying to, because I think that's both good and bad, but I'm not trying to put my whole life into my career. I want a job that puts money into my pocket, and I'm scared of losing that spark from work, from career, from all that stuff. And I want to be this. I want to be this. But I also don't want to be poor. So figuring that out.
It feels like the elder millennial conundrum. Like we were sold, like growing up, that your career is going to be your purpose. Like you have to find the right thing, and like your work is going to be your dream. Work is just work. And then we put so much of our life into it. But, you know, outside of that, like I'm thinking of things not just outside of that now, too. I mean, me and Corey still together. He's trapped in the other room because we're recording right now. And I love that we've, like, started to corrupt him. Chris, we were just went on this trip to Joshua Tree in April. And things that he said he would never do, he has done. Like, take off his shirt. Take off his shirt in a group setting. Go to Switch. Girl, she's been to the last 3 Switches.
Wow. Everyone goes through something at a different time in their lives. I said I would never drink. Here I am, doing a live podcast, whatever it is, and drinking.
Corey, she's there. And then I've been thinking about just like our lives, our community, my friends, my chosen family a lot differently. Because I think this year has been a huge year of loss. Like we lost a couple of friends. A lot of them listened to the podcast. And so I think in this process of grieving that's ongoing, and I know a lot of the listeners are going through the grieving right now because they were friends with these folks. We'll go through it a little bit deeper in every episode. I just keep thinking about how important it is to have this community, to have my friends. Like, don't you know, the day I found out, I was texting everyone, I love you so much. Please be here. Please, I was like,
are you rolling?
Please know that I'm here. Am I at a rave? No, I'm just sitting in my bed.
No, she's going
watching
through
twice
feelings,
videos.
and so was I actually. New topic, as I love to say. Nathan Ramos Park. I can never just say Nathan for some reason. Nathan Ramos Park. For the folks who are not chronically online, like Bao and myself, who get constant glimpses, if not too much information about your life, how would you introduce yourself to our listeners who are not chronically online?
I'm Nathan. I'm a half Korean, half Filipino Gaysian from the Midwest, from Ohio, the cornfields of Ohio. So, you know, culturally, I'm a soccer mom, like a white soccer mom, baby. And I'm originally a TV film writer. And so I think when I always say to execs, like, when you read my work, it should feel like I put a gun in your mouth, but I'm also like jerking you off and telling you a joke, and like we're robbing a bank, and we're like robbing a bank together. So you want to feel exhilaration, you want to laugh, you want to feel horny, and you want to feel a little dangerous. And so I think that, like, I don't know, recently I've been TikToking.
I needed a moment to process those things. You talk
I'm just imagining,
so fast, and I'm so slow.
No, I'm just imagining you at like a general meeting with this exec, and then in the middle of that, someone's like, I'm sorry, sir. Did you want the dressing tossed in or on the side?
Did you say jerk off?
Yeah, it was a chicken finger. The chicken fingers, right? Yeah, I mean, when I'm in like a safe space general meeting, but I worked for 5 years at Disney, and I worked at a couple other places. But because the industry was so tumultuous, about 6 months ago, I was up for this big job. I didn't get it. I was in like the final 2 for it, and then ended up not getting it. Went to somebody else that was more qualified, and I was like, what do I do with my life? Because that was my only like lifeline in the industry at the time. And then a lot of people were like, oh, maybe you should just start TikToking. And so I started posting just like stories at first, and
I remember.
Yeah, and so there's this woman, Robin, who runs like a TikTok class, just like accountability class, and so I took her class, and then my friend Eric Chang, who's a podcaster and TikToker, he just kind of pushed me to kind of start creating. He's just like, you just need to post at least 3 times a day, and so I ADHD hyperfixated, and I was like, I'm going to post 15 times a day. So I posted between 5 and 15 times a day for the last 5 months, and I have like, I think I just hit like 156K followers in the last 5 months. Yeah, it's been kind of like a wild ride, kind of like revealing maybe too much of myself or like saying too much, but I think that that's kind of like what people hook into. Ironically, it's like I went into writing to not be front of camera, but then eventually, even now, they're like, well, if you're a writer, you have to have a brand, and I'm just like, that's crazy.
Is that still your first love, though, writing and the entertainment industry and creating and producing?
Oh yeah, I mean, I love creating, but I was a singer as well. I really love to sing. I did a lot of like off-Broadway, some Broadway concerts, did a lot of regional theater across the U.S. I did like the first professional cast of Mulan when they were going to maybe, do something with that show. And so, yeah, and then I just kind of realized I didn't like being in front of people as much as I thought I did. I loved the art of singing, but I didn't really like that once you become a quantity, people consume you so much, we have friends that like are real celebrities and their lives are just so different because people feel like they want to consume them at all times. And, I'm even having trouble kind of dealing with it on such a small scale. And so I don't know, I hope that the industry picks up so I don't really have to do as much of this life.
Maybe we're gonna jump around a little bit then and say like, what did get you into this life, this goal of working in the entertainment industry? Like, what was little Nathan Ramos Park?
Baby Nathan.
And what would he?
Yeah.
And what would he think of adult Nathan Ramos Park today?
Baby Nathan was still a whore. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's another book.
Hi-yo.
That's
Well,
another
yeah.
Hi-yo.
Oh, hi ho. No. I wanted to tell queer Asian stories. I saw like Mulan as a kid. I saw Emperor's New Groove.
How old were you when you saw Mulan?
So I'm 38. I'm turning 39. But my sister was like the young age where she was watching movies every day. At that age. So I was more like Aladdin, like age. But
Same.
yeah. But my sister watched like Mulan, Tarzan, Emperor's New Groove, like those three movies every day on repeat. And I saw, I think, like Mean Girls in high school, and then also David Sedaris, like Dress Your Family in Corduroy and Denim.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Favorite.
Yeah. And like, I just was like, I think I want to like tell stories. And then The Office, 30 Rock, Parks and Rec, like just made me love storytelling. And then seeing Mindy Kaling being Kelly Kapoor, being like, oh, there's like an Asian person that's funny and like is getting a show, and everything with Mindy Kaling, the Mindy Kaling show, like it just really like inspired me to be like, maybe I can pursue this life kind of thing.
Oh no, I think I've always admired people who are queer API in an industry now. I think there is a level of like, no, I deserve to be there that existed a long time ago when there were less models of that I wish I could. It was an energy that I wish I could tap into, because like when I was 18 or 20, like I loved the same things, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's only for white people.
Yeah.
Or that wouldn't be something for me. And even though I was on American Idol, the story that was in that was very like orientalized in this way. I almost was like, well, I don't want to be a star because like I can't be out and I want to come out. There's no gay stars outside of Elton John or like George Michael or something like that.
It was a different time.
It's a different time, but then like
sure.
I'm like, oh, like, the people who are our age who have stuck with it and like in that grind have had faith that their talent was good enough to persist through it. Yeah, have faith that they're
Gotta have faith.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
that their talents and their passion and dreams could surpass this. But then I like, what do you think of this? Like sometimes you look back and you're like, wow, if 18-year-old me had this today, like the audacity I would have would be so much different.
Yeah, I think honestly, there's something about the Midwest, because if you look at all the actual like Asians that are doing well, none of them are from the West Coast. Like none of them are West Coast Asians. None of them are really East Coast Asians. They're all like Joel Kim Booster, Midwest Asian, like Michi Juhari, like all like Patty, Patty, like the like all of these Asians, and Gaysians, they're all from the Midwest, or they're from Canada. Like you have like Manny Jacinto and Diane Doan. They're all from Canada, and then you even Simu's from Canada. You have Gemma, Gemma's
Really?
from
Damn.
from the UK, and then you have like Constance Wu, I think she's from like Pennsylvania or something like that. I don't remember, but like it's like no one is like West Coast Asians like never had to really assimilate to white culture, and so like they're like they like yeah, maybe on the weekends or at certain times, but like because Midwest Asians, like all we know how to do is like assimilate. It's like I moved to New York, and my 5th day in New York I booked my first off-Broadway show, and then like my 3rd month in New York I booked my 2nd off-Broadway show, and it was really because I like understood how to talk to like white casting directors. Like I was good, but like I wasn't like, I certainly wasn't trained. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't even have a book of music. I would bring in like loose leaf music and just be like, here you go, I don't know, kind of thing. Like I really didn't know what I was doing. But like Ohio connection, actually, there's like a big Ohio New York like connection weirdly, and so like that really helped kind of I think like get me work is like code switching, ironically.
You know, the West Coast Gaysian identity in me wants to be like, here's a list of West Coast Gaysians that, and I can't come up with any. I'm sure there are.
There is also like the Bay energy of like they are like real like artists, you know, like Margaret Cho and Randall Park, and I think is Sherry Cola from the Bay. I don't know. So there is this like
Ali Wong's from San Francisco.
Yeah, Ali Wong, the Bay.
I watched her at a KQED event when we were probably both like 21, and she was. I've copied so many of her jokes in my drag. Please don't tell her this, but I have done so much copying of her for my own humor and comedy. Thank you, Ellie.
Yes.
But she, as a San Francisco West Coast Asian, I'm starting to see how much, like you're saying, we had it good in a way. I didn't know how good we had it.
What formed that opinion? Tell us a little bit about your past. You know, like what is it about your experience before you
grew
got
up in
here?
small town Ohio, like a little Cleveland suburb, and I was actually talking to my roommate Charlie about this, where basically like he was in like the OC bubble where it was just like it was so Asian, like dog eat dog, like who's gonna get first in the class, and like I don't think I could have actually survived that because I'm not super book smart, but I am very like, because I'm like athletic and like Ohio is very like it's all athletics. It's not academics. Like there's no one has dreams of going to a good college in Ohio. No one has real good dreams of like, you have dreams of going to like the state school. Like there's no real dreams of like, wow, I'm gonna go to Harvard. Like no one dreams that big academically, but like athletically, like it's just like people. It's just like rough and tumble. Like you people are super aggressive. You get in fights, and so like. Even like when I'm in WeHo and like I'm at like and like there's like a lot of people at the bar, like I will just like move through like very and like so you have to box them out at high tops. Those white people are not moving for you to get a drink, so like, you have to just like get in there and like take your space, kind of thing. And it's not even in like a aggressive way. It's just like no, this is my space. You can wait your turn, you know, kind of thing. And like because I think Asians sometimes can be like, oh, we'll just wait, and I'm just like no. If none of these people have to wait, then I'm not fucking waiting for that, kind of thing. And so when I first moved to LA, this white woman was just like, it's gonna take you 7 years to get in the industry, and I was just like, girl, that's not gonna be me. And so I literally like hit up a friend that was working on this YouTube show, and this was my like 2nd month in LA. I was staying on my friend's couch or my cousin's couch in Long Beach, and I was just like, hey, can you send my script to this show? And then like I ended up getting like a staff job like writing sketch comedy for Maker Studios, and like just like rubbed it in this woman's face. I was just like, oh, 7 years, like, oh, I just got like like full-time employment in 2 months in LA as a writer, and I've never not been a writer since then. And like I just have this kind of like attitude of like, people, if people tell me there's a way that things should be done, I fucking hate that. I'm just like, okay, like if someone was just like, oh, you have to like do this to be on, you know, like to get a 401k, whatever, I'm just like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm doing something else, you know, kind of thing. Like, or if someone tomorrow was like, you'll never be on America's Next Top Model, like the next thing I'm gonna be like, I will find a way. I don't give a shit. I will like buck how you feel about me, kind of thing.
Well, we're rooting for you. We're all rooting for you.
Yes.
Before we jump to like just like your current TikTok days, I am curious, like, a lot of people when they say like, I broke through the entertainment industry despite the fact that there were just some things against me. But what I love about you, Nathan, is like you've always just been like, no, I'm queer and Asian, and I still own that while I'm trying to like move through this really like white dominant industry where you do have to placate some white people. And then I love that you are really a part of the Gaysian community here in LA.
I mean, it's so easy as a person who grew up in the Midwest to be an Asian that is very white adjacent. I know many of those, and you probably were and still might be. But what was the moment that flipped it?
I was in New York City. I had never been with an Asian guy. So I kissed one Asian guy when I was 24, and we had gone to the same elementary school, and he was coming back just for the summer to visit, and we just like kissed like very like innocent boys. It was the first time I ever kissed an Asian guy. But then when I was in New York City, I was 25, and like I was just like I matched with two Korean guys on OkCupid, and I messaged two Gaysians on OkCupid, two Korean guys, and both of them were super toxic and awful. But like when we hooked up and feeling a Korean man's skin for the first fucking time, like that Ali Wong, like that is like
the dolphin.
It's like a drug. It's like a drug. It's just like one of those like frogs where you like lick their ass and then like you get high, like those poisonous frogs.
Oh yeah, those. No,
Yeah,
don't get that reference, but like,
okay,
totally gonna pretend I do.
Yeah. There's these poisonous frogs that in the South America where you like lick the anal secretions, and then it gives you an acid trip, and that's what I felt. I was just like, wait a second, and then
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But wait. So, but before that though, did you have like, oh no, not for me, Asian guy's not for me?
The thing is, there just weren't any Asian guys in Ohio.
You didn't even know.
I didn't know.
Like
I didn't know one gay Asian. I knew one, but he lived like an hour away. Yeah, Bobby Punjabi. He lived in 1 hour away.
Bobby Punjabi.
And we weren't
I'm
close.
dying at Bobby Punjabi.
Yeah. And then that's. But like, yeah, he was the only Asian person I knew, but we lived an hour away from each other, and so I didn't meet any Asians until I moved to New York. I definitely had like a yearning, but I didn't really understand the yearning. Because I just knew that didn't fit in. Because I did an experiment when I was 23 years old in Ohio, where I made a profile of a hot Asian guy. So I think it was like I took a picture of like Godfrey Gao, and like R.I.P. But like made a like a profile for him, and then I'm on manhunt.net, and
my first hookup ever.
Oh yeah, and then I made Manhunt.net. It's a classic. And then I did a profile of just my torso, and then I did a profile. I looked up average white guy and made a profile. And after 24 hours, the average white guy got like I don't know, something like 50 hits, and then Godfrey Gao got 2 hits. And
Godfrey Gao?
Yeah, 2 hits, and they were both like over 60. And then my torso ended up getting like I think like 12 hits, but then once they found out I was Asian, only one person kept talking to me, and then that person was like over 50. And so I was just like, okay, like I'm not crazy that I feel like no one wants me, like that no one finds me desirable, but I guess I'm such a anthropology person where I love understanding systems. It gave me such peace of mind to be like, I'm not wanted here. I just need to leave, kind of thing. And so that was kind of my epiphany to travel east.
Okay, throwback old ass literally Gaysian's question. Like you've kind of touched upon it, but what was the moment that you felt Gaysian? And I'm doing air quotes for people who are just listening. Gaysian.
For the first time.
You talked about a little bit about like the dating, but was there a super clear moment, or was it like a overtime moment?
Yeah, so some examples, like my first Gaysian moment was when I walked into a Sanrio store. I was like, and then it's a motif that showed up later where I'm like, oh, that was the first time I ever felt like a Gaysian. Wait, what was yours, Donja?
I don't remember, but if you ask me now, there was this gay Asian youth support group that others told me I should go to from the regular, well, not regular, a general youth gay support group. And so I went to it and I'm like, we can have this too? And all of a sudden I became like, oh my God, I'm gay Asian too.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds amazing. I would have loved that growing up.
I was 14. 14.
What? That's amazing. I definitely think it was in 2011, and I was doing my second off-Broadway show, and it was called Prison Dancer, and it was an all-Filipino cast, Filipino writers, and Filipino producers. And
That sounds both hot and toxic.
Yeah. Baby, we were all hot and toxic. And so it was, there were five of us were gay Filipinos in the cast. Oh God, there were 7 Gaysians. I think we were all Gaysian. Maybe we're all, no, there were 8 Gaysians. Oh my God, there were 8 out of the 11 cast were
Memories.
all Gaysian. Yeah.
In musical theater, who'd have thunk?
Yeah, yeah, crazy, I tell you.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. And we were sitting at dinner and someone did something. It was either like sniffing my head or like it was like grabbing my hand. It was some movement where I thought that like I thought it was only I do this. Like in my small hometown in Ohio, like me like being so physical, like wanting to grab someone and like talk to them, or like, and I just had this moment where I realized, oh, everyone here is acting like me, meaning I'm acting like them, meaning like my behavior was inside of me, like that, like the culture lived inside of me even before I was conscious of it. Like it is embedded in my DNA. It's like when they do those studies where they split 3 triplets apart and they see like, you know, do they grow up completely different, and like is it nature versus nurture, and then you find out like they both date like a girl named Sally, and they all, you know, bought the same car, and they both played baseball, and they both did this, and like that's how beautiful. I felt, where I was like, yeah, I was like, oh,
it's not them,
so
it's
Filipino.
us.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and I think and did it feel like, wow, like it's just such a paradigm shift because you were like in this Midwest Asian mindset of like placating white people to like, wait, I had been like suppressing all these things that are actually natural and okay that I've seen other people express. Wow, that's crazy.
1000%. Yeah. Like sharing food. Yeah, everything. Sorry, go ahead.
And on that wait. So on that topic, on the triplets being split up, have you guys been on this TikTok journey with this like 50-year-old Korean woman from Orange County who
Tell me more.
She was adopted as a little girl, and then has been trying to find her birth family for so long, and Ancestry didn't give it to her. 23andMe didn't give it to her. And then she found out through her friends that in Korea they use a different service, and that's more for the service of like families trying to find like people that have left their families, right, to their adopted families. And then she actually matched, and she came back. Oh my! You have to watch this playlist because I spent like 3 hours with Corey in bed just like watching the whole TikTok playlist and sobbing. But the thing that really then there's a video of like her meeting her sister for the first time, her older sister. So her older sister has been searching for her whole life because the older sister stayed with the family, and then the parents are dead. So older sister has been searching for this woman, her little sister, for a while, and is old enough to remember the little sister, but the little sister was like 2 or 3 when she left. And so like there's a video of them actually finally meeting at the airport after like months of correspondence, and first of all they look like exactly the same. And then you hear this woman, this 50-year-old woman from Orange County, recount like, it's like I got there and I thought I would go to Korea for the first time and feel like this is going to be very foreign, I would feel awkward. I can't explain it. It felt exactly like where I was supposed to be in home. And then she was like, oh, and then also me and my sister don't have to even explain what we're thinking, and we're thinking the same thing. And it just reminded me of that. But you guys have to watch this like amazing playlist, which will be made into a film soon with Sandra Oh starring as this role.
What? Oh my
Send
God.
it. Send
Or
it.
Nathan, go look at that and
I
option
know.
it.
Give me. Yeah, I need the rights right now. Truly, seriously. Yeah.
Okay, so from like adoptee TikTok to another part of TikTok, pretty privileged TikTok. Hard to
All right.
Oh my
Let's
God.
get into it. Let's get into it. That's what you're known for.
so
Isn't that the saddest? Is that
I don't. Okay,
You're currently.
let's not
known
get carried away. No, like he's also known for the Governor Newsom Mean Girls, which is really great.
Yeah.
That's the one where I like all my
up.
straight girlfriends were like, "Oh my god, this is something." I'm like, I know that guy. I mean, let's talk about the discourse. Like probably by the time this goes out, like people have forgotten about it because you know how TikTok works.
Sure.
You were a big part of this like recent discourse around pretty privilege. I actually never saw the original video because it was you took it down before
I'll send
I got
it to
to
you.
it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Why don't you would you mind
us
just
the
explaining
lowdown.
what
So
happened
yeah, the
and what you
lowdown
put?
is I should not have used the term pretty privilege, and I should not have said that I'm in an open relationship because
No,
TikTok did not handle
backtrack.
that.
Backtrack a
So-
little bit.
Okay, so let's backtrack. So I made a video, and the title was Pretty Privilege. And I made a video because my boyfriend and I had gone to Fire Island, and I had made like 2 or 3 videos about Fire Island, like leading up. So I was like, okay, if people are watching this, they're gonna understand that I was in Fire Island. Like I'd already talked about Fire Island being very like older, white, elitist, you know, like
And up to this point, most people haven't met your boyfriend on TikTok.
Right. Yes. And so, you know, and so in the TikTok, I said, oh, my boyfriend has a little bit of pretty privilege. Something that I've been really having to deal with my boyfriend is his pretty privilege. Like, whenever he's introduced, and he has pretty privilege because, like, when we're in a group of people, like, sometimes, like, people will talk to him and they'll like, ask for his Instagram, they'll be pretty into him, and then they'll just kind of, like, ignore me. And I just found that to be a little rude. But I'm like, but it's okay because, like, you know, we're in an open relationship and, like, you know, whatever kind of thing. But everyone took that as, like, my boyfriend is pretty privileged, I'm ugly, and, like, everything is bad because we're in an open relationship. And so, like, the discourse kind of shifted to, like, but it's like the open relationship had nothing to do with, like, my point of the TikTok was, like, I wish that people just had some common decency and just, like, if you want to connect to somebody in a couple, then connect to both people kind of thing. And I don't mind if you know, hook up with whoever after kind of thing. But that just did not, like, it did not go straight as an arrow on TikTok. It went to the wrong side of the algorithm, and it went to the dogs, and they ate me up. And it was interesting. It was really interesting to be on that side of TikTok, to be on, like, everybody's just, I mean, like, video after video after video, probably at least, like, 30 videos were made about me, and people, like, tagging me and being like, see, he's ugly, see, he's a white worshiper, see, it's like all these things where I was just like, what? They were going
so
yeah.
wild that people would post something
Toxic.
without knowing the facts. Because I was like,
yeah.
like the way that they just assumed that when you talk about pretty privilege that you were pedestalizing a white guy when your boyfriend is literally Asian.
Yeah.
It was
fascinating.
It was fascinating understanding that's how people think. I'm at a loss for words, but that was where it went, and it seems like it's a lot more about them than you.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch the sea changes that happened, because at first it was kind of like everyone dogging open relationships. That was phase 1. It was just like, well, you're
Terrible
unhappy because you're in an
yeah.
open relationship kind of thing. And so that was open relationship pile.
This is
And
West
then
Coast
it was,
privilege. This is West Coast gay privilege.
It is. It
I'm
really
coining
was,
that.
because-
Coining it.
Yeah.
West Coast.
This is West Coast
gay
privilege, yeah. Because on the East Coast, the rest of America, Asians are just Asian, and we all look the same to everybody. And so, like, on the West Coast, when you talk about, like, you know, like, Eurocentric features, when you talk to being, you know, white adjacency, like, it's not really a conversation the rest of the U.S. is having. It's just, they're just living those things. And so it's interesting because, like, so many West Coast people are like, yeah, this video made perfect sense, but, like, people just, you know, are microaggressive or whatever. And then after the the open relationship, then it was like, well, your boyfriend's not even pretty enough to have pretty privilege, and then it was this whole like, are they ugly?
What?
Are they hot? Like
Wild.
so many people were making
Wild.
videos
So
about.
it was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
they were
some
like-
of those.
Everyone was calling me fat and ugly. They're like, you just need to lose 20 pounds and then you'll be hot. And I was just like, oh my, like it was, so that was bizarre. Like, and then it went to, just then someone had found like some random clips of me on the internet next to my friend Trey, who's white, and they clipped it and they were like, he's actually dating a white man, so he's actually pedestalizing like whiteness, and like he needs to grow a backbone. And then it finally sea changed, like maybe like 4 days later to like, honestly I have to hand it to this, there were like two black creators that they both were like, y'all were just racist and microaggressive and like weird this whole time, you know, kind of thing. And I like reached out, I like really appreciate it. I like reached out and I was just like, oh, that's very sweet of you. But what did make it even messier, a little addendum, is maybe like 2 months ago, there was a young Gaysian who's only 23 years old, and he was saying some kind of like inflammatory, I would say, things about Gaysians and community, and just the gay community in general. And I didn't realize he was only 23. And so I just kind of went in on him a little hard. Yeah, I went in on him, even though people agreed with me. Like, I shouldn't have, like, it's just not good to punch down on TikTok. Like, if you have more followers than somebody, like, don't punch down. It's not worth it, kind of thing. And so even though, like, so I made a video about him saying, hey, I think there is community. I think that you just have a lot of trauma and you're going through something, but you'll get through it. I said it a little roughly, but I did like take it down and then fully made an apology video. You can still look it up. Just look up Nathan Ramos apology. And in that video, he even you can check it out. Yeah, you can, the SEO baby. Even in the comments, he was just like, "Thank you so much for this video. I completely understand what you're saying. I looked back at my video, and yes, I did say things flippantly. Like, he agreed 100% with what I said. But then once the dogs were coming, he definitely like took that moment to like eat me up and stretch the truth, I feel. But honestly, like, I was just like, this is karma. Like, I was a little snippy with him, and he can have his moment, kind of thing.
Would you say there's some regret with it, with what you posted? Yes, you took it down, but
I took it down. Yeah.
With the video that you talked about that boy, the New York boy.
Yeah, I think that, like, I genuinely thought he was like 30, and I thought he was like on the edge of his like epiphany of like, when did you find out you were Gaysian, kind of thing. And I thought that that's where he was in his journey, but he's just much younger. He's 23, and he's never been anywhere outside of where he'd lived. And so, like, I think just like giving grace to young people, like, is.
And also, it was one video with one story, without context.
Yes. So, I don't know.
I'm defending him. I was mad at you. I was super mad at you.
I think that like his first video about dating a rice queen and then like moving into, you know, like Gaysian community.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, exactly. But I fully like owned up to everything and like let him, you know, go off, like, because I think that was the right thing to do. Yeah.
And I mean, let's go back to the original like premise of your video. Like, that is a very real thing to feel in an open relationship. And I mean, and I related to the way you recount it, I relate to that, right? Because like with my ex, he was a 6 foot tall mixed race Asian person from Hawaii, very good looking. In the US, he did very well. He had like a pretty privilege that I was uncomfortable with. You know, and then like if I had said that to TikTok, I think there were, and then what I realized, there was like a a section of TikTok who thought like he's obviously talking about a white person. Nathan's obviously talking about his white boyfriend who he pedestalizes having pretty privilege, and the other part of TikTok is like, well, you need to be advanced enough to be like secure and not feel any of those hard feelings because you believe yourself to be attractive and a bad bitch, which is like also seems it's aspirational, but also like unrealistic to like the vulnerability of the moment. And it's funny, but then like when we go to Asia. I had the privilege in Asia, right? Because Asia, they're like, well, you look more Asian, your boyfriend looks more Western. We accept this like model here, and it used to make me feel powerful, but then like I realized like it makes him feel very excluded. So he would feel that, and sort of like it all just doesn't matter. And of course, aspirationally, now I feel like I'm in that moment now. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like I can't control who's attracted to my boyfriend,
for sure.
and I can't control who's attracted to me, and I just have to feel like great and pretty or not pretty. It doesn't matter, but like that nuance is like kind of lost in some like all these other because once you put that into the world, everyone projected their own misgivings about the community, about maybe their own insecurities onto what you said.
For sure, because even I was like,
where are you going?
Because my sex life is like,
all right.
It's like it's the irony is like I would say like I'm probably more like just like it's LA. LA is more like, you know, we are very like sexually free and like, you know, more connective, I would say, as a queer Asian community, like going to warehouse parties, going to circuits, or going to all these different, you know, things. You know, we have access to so much that like even like the point I was trying to make about like people being polite, not that I'm like not getting enough sex, you know, like that was like, but I think the point was just kind of like lost within and in the end it's also a reflection of like, this is TikTok. It's a minute and 20 seconds. Like all of my videos are a minute and 20 seconds. And so, or I try to do a minute, 20 seconds or 3 minutes. And if people are misunderstanding it, then ultimately it's up to me to explain it better. Even if I feel like I explained it well enough, I should have explained it better. And like in the end, all content kind of falls on the creator, I feel, in a way.
I think Chris and I also learned the hard way of when you talk about rice queens or talking about interracial dating as a
what are you gonna say?
queer Asian person on TikTok. Remember when we had Chris Zoe on the podcast and he posted this TikTok about like dating white guys and like and then he said it was nuanced and then like we each had. And then everyone's like, of course, these three guys who just worship white guys. And then, like, so much of me, I was like, do you want to go through my Facebook and look at my past relationships? But even then, I'm like, but for me, it's like,
that was where I was saying, like, do we have to have signs about the last 10 guys we fucked, like, above us, to have, like, people to recognize us in a way? It's so annoying.
It's so annoying, but then also then...
Everyone
like,
have
I'm just a hoe. I want to fuck everyone. Sometimes it might be a white guy. On a slight bit of a tangent, you are recording these, you know, these crazy TikToks, and you're always in your car. Where the fuck are you always driving to? Why are you always in your car? Where are you going? I know it's LA, but where are you going?
I always record either when I drive to the gym, or I finish at the gym, or I drive home from the gym, and then I sit in my car and make TikToks. And so, but the thing is,
that a flex about how much you go to the gym?
It's a flex of how long I sit in the parking lot, and like I'm baking in the sun. You know, I'm like opening the door, trying to get a breeze, and then closing it, and my phone's overheating. But it's because people record in their car because like it's the best acoustics.
It is
like,
the best sound.
And so like when it's like has natural natural sound dampening. So if I try and record anywhere else, like my apartment or anywhere, like I always get some like fuzz or feedback, and so it's just easiest to just go into my car. Even if it's like, oh shit, it's like 8 p.m. I'll either like turn off all the fans in my apartment and then like try and speak into the couch kind of thing to like muffle it, or I'll just like go into my car and record.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy you a stand for your car for your phone one day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna send it to you. As
yes,
you've asked
please.
for.
Yes. P.O. box.
Okay, maybe it's. We've been talking a lot about like your dramas. Maybe we need to take a break. We need a break.
Yeah.
We need a break.
Let's take a little
Sure.
break. All right, we're back, and we have a little game to play.
Oh.
So, Nathan,
A
since
game.
you are the gate,
You didn't tell me about this.
Yes, I did, bitch. Shut up.
Literally game Jin.
You didn't give me any details.
Game Shins. Okay, so Nathan, since you are the Gaysian saint of takes,
Okay.
the game that we're gonna play, you both will play against each other for points,
Okay.
and it's a game we call Hot or Fake. I'm gonna read a take, and you're gonna decide whether that's a real hot take from TikTok or a fake take
Okay.
that I made up.
Ooh.
Okay, ready? Clear?
I'm excited. Let's do it.
First take. Is this a hot take or a fake take? Seeing a man with a snatched waist pisses me clean off. Because what do you need that for, you slut? If there's two things that men don't need, it's snatched waists and fat ass. You don't use it! So what the fuck do you need that for? Scene. Don't ya, Nathan? Is that a fake take or a hot take?
Nathan first.
That's a hot take. I saw this. I am on TikTok too often, too much. This monologue is
Chronically
burned
online.
into my brain. That is a hot take, and I love it.
Yep.
Don't just say
Same.
answer.
I know exactly that. I was like, I watched
Was it a
that thing 3
comment?
times. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Was it? Yeah. Was
Yep.
it,
Yep. He showed
so
showed
good.
like these snatched because you know what, I've been so obsessed with having a snatched little waist.
Yeah.
I've had a live-in guest right now who I call my boyfriend practice. He's got a snatched little waist. I was just like, God, the body dysmorphia is driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hot take, real hot take, real hot take.
Ding, ding, ding. You both are right. It is my current favorite hot take on TikTok.
Seeing a man with a snatched waist pisses me clean off because what do you need that for, you slut? If it's two things in this world that men don't need, it's snatched waists and fat asses. You don't use it. What the fuck do you need that for?
I think I watched it like 200 times yesterday. And then because we are millennials who have been on Instagram for nearly like 15 years, you know in that explore page when you see the guy in the bathroom where like the ass is on the
Yeah.
counter of the bathroom
Yeah.
and it's snatched with the shoulders like this big and you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
It's
And,
like
and then
two
she's like, why do
Doritos.
men need it for? I'm like, I know 2 Doritos.
Yeah.
And then in the comments is like all the gay men watching this like
Yeah.
I'll take one.
That is the
I will take
Yeah.
one.
Do you know how much gay men intermittent fast due towards
She's
appetite?
projecting now. She's projecting now.
Work out, get a waist trainer to try to get that ideal. It's crazy. Okay, so you both won the point. One, so it's Nathan 1, don't you 1. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Tied.
Yeah.
Okay, second take. I'm not thirst trapping. I'm just hot. Everything's a thirst trap when you're hot.
Is that Nathan? No.
So,
No, I think you're making that shit up.
Okay.
I think you're trying to trap me.
I think that's a hot take.
Oh. Okay.
I think that it
That is
feels
a hot. That's a hot take.
See, because I always think the Vietnamese are lying to me, because Vietnamese lie to me
Maybe.
all
I'm literally
the time.
trying to trap you.
That was a hard
I'm
one.
not trapping you.
Yeah.
Don't you? I'm not trapping you. I'm just hot.
Yeah. It's just
But
the
you know, with that
natural
one, you
order
have to
of
see the
things.
visuals with it. I think you have to see the visual with it. Was this hot girl?
I'm not thirst trapping, I'm just hot. You ever thought about that? Everything's a thirst trap when you're hot.
She's like, stop.
Oh, it's a
There's
straight
yeah.
one. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
See, my FYP, my For You page, rarely shows the straights in that way, unless they're like some random hot raver straight.
So that's Nathan 2, Don't Show 1. Okay.
I'll catch up.
You got
Okay,
this.
third take. Hot take or fake take? If you clap when the plane lands, you're legally not allowed to clap at concerts anymore. You already wasted your joy on Delta.
Nathan?
I think that's also a hot take.
I also believe hot take. I believe hot take.
Fake take.
What?
I feel like that's real.
That was really good. I
If
feel
it's
like
your
that's real
take,
too.
well, if you're such a good writer, maybe it should just be a real take. It's now a real take. It's
Yeah.
like Schrodinger's take.
Wait, is this how you feel, Belle?
So that was my own fake take because ChatGPT helped me with that. So like, you're such a good writer. I'm like, I can do that for this for 30 more seconds, but I can't. Okay.
Yeah.
ChatGPT helped me with that.
All right.
Okay.
Losers.
Fourth,
We're losers, Nathan.
Nathan
okay.
2, Donja 1.
Okay.
Fourth take. The only people who still use Facebook are your mom, your aunt, and the one gay man in every city who refuses to die. He's immortal. Now, where did all that culture go?
I mean, that's about Eric. That's got to be real.
It feels like it's so specific that it has to be a real hot take.
It's
Fake
real.
take.
No.
Are you
It's a
kidding
fake
me?
take about a real topic.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
fake
yeah,
take
yeah,
about a
yeah,
real
yeah,
topic.
yeah.
Take.
That's got to be real.
I was
Damn.
impressed. The one gay man in every city who refuses to die. I actually used the old one here. The real one says like, oh, he's the queen of Farmville. But you know the older gay who goes to every like GAPA event and
Why are you talking about me? This is real. This is real. Except I don't know how to use
On
Facebook
Facebook.
anymore, but it's real.
All right, we're still Nathan
It's
2,
still 2 to
Donja
1.
1.
Damn.
We have 2 more takes. We have 2 more
Okay.
takes. Okay, and Nathan's in the lead.
We're not doing great,
Fifth
though.
take. Fifth take. Okay, I think things are gonna look right. I've heard enough about trans people in sports. Ooh, getting spicy. I think instead, we should be asking card shops if they're gonna start testing players for Tylenol before Magic the Gathering tournaments. Because to me, that's the real unfair advantage here.
I think it feels topical, and I don't know if ChatGPT would be like on that shit yet. So to
It's
me,
not
it's
smart
gonna be
enough.
real take, hot take.
No, you are reaching. This is fake. You made this up from not from ChatGPT, from your own fucked up mind. You made this up.
Do you
It's
think
real because it's your mind, but it is fake, not from the TikToks. Not from the
It's a real
TikTok.
take. It's a real hot take. Okay, this is what's worth. Okay, I thought these were so obvious. Okay, anyways, Nathan 3, Donja 1, but this was a really funny hot take.
That's
I thought it was so
wild.
good.
I've heard enough about trans people in sports. I think instead we should be asking card shops if they're going to start testing players for Tylenol before Magic the Gathering tournaments, because that's the real unfair.
I'm pretty sure my mom took Tylenol. Not that I believe it, but I'm a Tylenol baby.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Donja.
Yeah, I
Rage
think we're all
baiting
ti-
now, Donja.
Yeah, rage baiting.
I'm leading in. Rage bait. I mean, if that's going to get me the coin, should I start doing TikToks? I'm going to talk about, like, growing up with my mom smoking, drinking, taking Tylenol while pregnant with me. Neurodivergent. Girl, I am going to make so much money. Damn.
Yeah.
We ain't going to be friends anymore. We ain't going to be friends anymore.
Exactly.
Go look at this TikTok. The comments are hilarious.
All right.
Last take.
take.
Donja has no opportunity to win because it's
This is
3-3.
like, wait, don't tell
No,
me.
double or
I
nothing.
love-
Double or nothing.
We're oh, okay.
Sure, okay. Double
Yeah.
nothing. Great. Okay, last take. Ready? It's a long one. I got Botox on my forehead for the decolonization, but hear me out.
True. Oh, go on.
Grow up as an Asian American in the Midwest. You learn quickly how to move your face for white people, not only to accept you, but for them not to see you as a threat. Midwest Asians move our forehead and open our eyes wider, and really show our teeth. and really over-animate our faces. And we learn to do that to placate white people. So I do 5 units of Botox just here, not to placate white people.
Bravo.
Hot take or
Bravo.
fake? Hot take or
Bravo. I'm never coming back. I'm coming back next week. I need to be the guest next week because we need a redo.
For those who are not chronically online.
No,
that
no,
is
wait,
a
wait.
hot
Answer,
take.
answer
Oh,
first.
Hot take.
Answer, hot? Okay, hot take.
Hot
Okay.
take. Hot
So-
take.
So don't you double your 1 to 2.
I have a 2
Nathan.
points, and Nathan has
6 points, but wait, why are we laughing so hard?
that
This-
hot take is.
That was my
you
hot
tell
take. Yeah, that was my hot take, and I stand the fuck by it. I got Botox in my forehead for decolonization, but hear me out. Growing up in the Midwest in Ohio, you understand very quickly as an Asian person how you have to move your face in order for white people to accept you and not see you as a threat. And that's how I book everything. This is how I am. And
That's my favorite.
That's how I am when I have to book the job, when I have to book the gig, baby. I am, oh my gosh, my face is the Joker. It's giving the Joker. It's giving Two-Face. It's giving Batman villain. When I'm on a general.
Well, that's my favorite TikTok of all time, but like backstory to this, it appeared the day after I went to get my Botox. And so I went to get my Botox at the same place you did.
Yeah,
and
we go to the same
went
place.
and signed my name in. I signed my name in, and the name above me, Nathan Ramos Park. Like, oh, my friend is
Shut
here, and then
the
all
fuck
all the women there were like, oh, like they got really embarrassed. Like they don't want to have any other patients be on the list. So they, after I signed my name, they're like, oh, that's your friend, great. And they went and they crossed your name out like this.
All right.
Because like people don't want to. Some people don't
Yeah.
want to. Like you and I know that it's fine.
Yeah.
I think I gave you the
And you're
recommendation.
both
gave me the
SoCal,
Botox.
you're LA.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to help normalize this, let's help normalize this. As a non-LA gay, and I used to be someone who's like, I'll never change my face, and suddenly I'm doing it. Let's talk about how many units and where we did it.
I only get 20 units. Like, I don't want to overdo it. I want to, just do... So I think I do 5, 5, and then 5, 5. 5, 5, 5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Val, are you comfortable with sharing?
It depends. Sometimes I do it in my masseter. That takes
She got
a bit.
lockjaw. She got lockjaw.
I do it because I grind my teeth. I do it because I grind my teeth. And then the rest, I forgot. I forgot how much. I used to do I've experimented with too much and too much. It would look like I was nervously smiling at you. Because this doesn't move.
Yeah, it does not move.
And then I've seen pictures when I'm trying to smile here, but I'm like this.
Yes, and then just this part goes up.
Yeah, so
She
from
got
trial
the
and error,
Spock
I'm like,
eyebrows.
and I have a picture of where the one person who did it well did it, and I just always show if I go to a new Botox person I show, but
Yeah.
I love the person I go to, Nathan and I.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's great.
Good to go,
normal-
cheap.
Yes.
Normalizing the Botox, I'm 45 years old, and I started this at around 37 or 8, and I'm okay with it. I've got most recently 31 units, 10 across my forehead, 9 at the 11s, that's the part between your eyes, and 6 along the, what do they call it? I call it the smile lines, right across
The crow's
your
feet,
eyes,
yeah.
which is actually my favorite thing. When I see the eye crinkles, that's what turns me on about guys, because they smile. Because I'm tired of sad sacks and stuff. But I love that, even though I'm trying to hide mine.
Sad sacks.
Sad sacks.
Yeah. Shout out to the
I'm
Zach
okay with
Sacks.
that. Shout out to Zach Sacks, because now I'm
Yeah.
really turned on by you. And let me tell you that I had to reference my Apple Notes, my Botox diaries, that has how much I've done for every time, and every few months.
Okay, well, congratulations, Nathan, for winning this game.
Thank you. What
hate
do I
you.
win? What do I win?
You're more chronically
Oh, fuck, I wish you
online than I am. That's what you win.
What do
Illness.
you win? Shit. What do you win?
You win mental health disorder
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
I do.
You win mental health disorder.
Yeah.
Okay, no shame, don't ya? It's now time for us to be real. That's the part of every episode where we get real about whatever's on our minds, hearts and holes. And, because I suck at this, Bao, do you want to go first? Do you want to say anything about
Honestly,
your Be Real?
I think I went already. My Be
Yeah?
Real was unexpectedly like appropriate to go into in the beginning of this episode, like all the anxiety that's coming up now that I'm back at work and trying to figure out a version of myself that can balance both. And so, yeah, I think I'm with you might be real. So hopefully that gave you enough time to think about what your be real is.
No,
and
not
I'm going
really.
to stall by
I can go.
drinking this thing.
So you want to go first?
Oh.
Yeah, if you need some time.
Okay.
I can think of something. Do I just like say it emphatically?
If
I'm
you
gonna
want
be
to,
real
if
about
you
it?
want,
Is there
if
a
you're not
tagline?
comfortable yet,
Yeah.
I can do it first.
I'm comfortable. Let's
You
go.
know what?
Cool.
Why not?
You know what? You are Korean and Vietnamese.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Filipino.
That-
You
that-
have
that was-
feelings. Filipino.
You know
you
what?
have feelings. I fucked shit
Yeah.
up.
That
Please
was-
don't come for me. Please don't come for me,
Yeah,
everyone.
canceled.
You have either way. You have feelings, and you're gonna
Yeah.
share them.
And don't you were just being West Coast Asian, and I'm like, no, you go ahead, or I can go ahead. And Nathan was being
Yeah.
Midwest, like, nope, I'm going.
Yeah, I said if you're not gonna go,
You as a white adjacent Asian, you know how to. Okay, side.
Rage bait.
All right, side story before you start. Girl, I was just at Burning Man, and I was just, girl, I'm gonna regret saying this. You know, I was thinking about how the whites
Love that.
like have like they talk
The
about
whites.
they talk things in such confidence, and you know they. And the Asians with the white adjacency talk with such confidence and like, oh, here's how it goes, here's how it goes. And I feel like you with your Ohio white adjacency are so good at like, you just like, let's just take this moment to talk and just talk with such confidence, even if you're wrong. And it's great. So Nathan Ramos Dash Park, let's
Yeah.
have you talk whether or not it's wrong. Tell me, what are
Yeah.
you feeling? Be real. Be real.
for the record, I've never been wrong, bitch. And that's the Ohio. That's untrue. Okay, so I need to be real. Okay, so I want to talk about my pretty privilege and open relationship video because the real
going.
thing is, let me be fucking real for you for 1 second. I felt that I've been open / poly adjacent since like as long as I can remember. Like even in 3rd grade, I was just like, why do I have to be with one person for the rest of my life? That sounds fucking crazy. I love everybody in my class. Why can't I have a relationship with everybody in my class? There's 20 people here, you know, we can all be a little merry band of misfits, island of misfit toys together, you know, and we can share resources. Like I fucking that
Share
fucking
resources.
Madeline, when she's sitting in the little all girls Catholic school and two
Go for
rows of
her.
little girls and they all sleep in a little place together, that sounded like a dream to me. Going to summer camping with everybody and then having
Yes,
to say
Madeline.
goodbye to everybody. Yes, like just broke my heart. And so like in 2016, I'm going to be real about this. I never have shared this online, but I made a short in 2016 about maybe being poly / E&M / open. And I knew at the time that people didn't really understand the concept. And so I never released it. And still, like 9 years later, I'm still getting the same like pushback of like people wanting to hold on to like this heteronormative, capitalist, consumerist idea that we all need to have our own car, that we all need to have our own fucking TV, that we all need to, you know, like make our own food. Like when like in China or all these other countries, like everybody can just like you make food enough for 10 people and then you all eat together. So you only have to cook one time a week. And like that's just what I'm thinking is that life should be like a JRPG. 7 people on your team, like Final Fantasy 7, baby. And you all see the world very differently. You all move through the world differently. Some of you are mages, some of you are bards, some of you are thieves, some of you are rangers, some of you are magicians. And David, you all come together and you have collective, as long as you have a collective mission in hand to save the world, you move through the world with those 6 or 7 people, and like that is how you best should move through life. Because what is the strongest shape? A hexagon.
Circle?
Bees. A hexagon. 6 sides. 6 sides is the strongest structural shape. And so that's why bees make honeycomb hexagons. And so if 6 sides is the strongest shape, why are we only having one partner? Y'all need to fucking get over it and loop to loop. Because guess what? All your best friends that you love, that emotional, mental intimacy is just as intimate as your partner's intimacy, bitch. Let's be fucking real about that. Let's be real about that. And so that's how I feel. about that video, but I was never gonna. I cannot go into that on TikTok because there's no nuance there. But
Well, lucky for you, I'll cut this and put it on TikTok.
drag me.
You know what? I think what you bring up is interesting because like Corey and I are monogamous, but like I think more like I've always thought about a primary partner as something that's very important, and like
Sure.
I need a little bit of safety in the time of that before opening it up, and I also think I have like trauma with like open relationships from the past. But like, you know, when you watch couples therapy or hearing from you, like people like have felt like they were poly since they were little, and sometimes I feel like I hear people like I felt like I was gonna be a dad since I was 12, and so I was like, oh yeah, I never had like those feelings, and I'm also the kind of person who's like threesomes still are monogamous, like that's still monogamy to me. Like threesomes doesn't count. But like having multiple partners and multiple sets of emotions that are like long term doesn't feel like it resonates to me, but I feel like a pressure to have it resonate to me. Does that make any sense, Nathan?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yes, but I'm not pressuring you.
yeah,
Nor am I.
I'm
system
empowering
is-
you to live
the
your
system
life
is-
true.
The system is pressuring you.
the system.
Yeah.
Which system?
Which
Yeah.
system? All the systems are pressuring me, right, to feel that way.
Yes.
So yeah, but I think it's a journey. It's an ongoing conversation. But like, I think the individuals like feeling safety in that other system is also like at stake. But then most of the internet, the collective idea of like the internet, is against what you're thinking, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's less. But I live in this space where I like am open to these ideas, right? And then
Yeah.
and empathize with how people feel, and it's sort of like it just doesn't feel so like instinctual to me, but like maybe again I question it every day, you know. I question it every day.
My thing is that when you look at queer Asian American culture, we have such a tight-knit web that no one else in the US I feel has. Like when you go to the middle America, there is a loneliness epidemic. So anyone would look at all of our friendships and probably define those as, oh my god, no, this is like weird, or like this is like y'all are too close. And so I think
rolling
like
deep,
already
rolling deep.
yes, like I think that when if you take someone from the Midwest and brought them to a Gaysian event and they saw how we interact with each other, they might consider a lot of our connections to each other as poly. Is my theory.
Oh, that's true.
Because like
Fascinating.
because like you're so close with some of your friends, and I'm like, what is the difference between like I don't like some of these people that like some people I feel connected to, like I'm like, oh, this person I have a deep connection relationship with them. It's not sexual, but it's like I need this person in my life for the rest of my life. Yeah, it can be too. Yeah, but like, what is the difference then? It's like if I'm saying, "Hey, we're ride or dies for our whole lives," like my platonic best girlfriend, I'm just like, "Well, you're gonna be here for the rest of my life." Like, isn't this like poly in a way? Like that, like we're gonna share our life together, like for the rest of our lives, kind of thing. Like I just want to kind of deconstruct maybe the idea of like primary partner and then everyone else is kind of
sexual
lower,
partner.
whereas. Yeah, primary sexual partner, and then everyone's lower. Whereas, like, for me, like, I'm not whole unless more than my whole is accounted for.
Wait, is
You know,
this
yeah, I think it's about like little Madeline, you know, from Ohio, or like my girlfriends who have 2 kids. Like, if they ever saw our group of friends at a home roll,
Yeah.
it's like, do you guys sleep with each other? It's like, no, but we kind of just like to massage each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Massage each other and tell each other that we love you and I love you. I really appreciate that you're so creative, and like you've always been this friend. Like it would look very like it would be hard for them to compute, but like a
Yes.
home roll, like which we
Yeah.
went through, don't you? Like in August,
all
in
the time.
desert,
All
every year.
of the time.
We got the home roll all the time. Just like, oh yeah, we're gonna just
I mean,
it's massage
is this
time.
what we have turned the old like family version of our ancestors into like the new modern way? Like it's not, we're so close in a modern different sort of way. We are we're more than just friends. We're always talking about like, oh, we're gonna have a commune together. We're gonna like live together in this like 10 household thing. All that's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds poly to me.
All right.
No, I just or like or communal,
I get
communal and tribal. Sounds like communal or tribal. And to me, tribalism.
I thought you were about to
village,
say communal
communalism.
entrapment, but sure, that too.
I'm waiting to be
And
trapped.
therefore-
I'm waiting to be trapped.
And therefore begins the beginnings of Nathan's cult.
Alright.
Come
Pretty
on
privileged
in.
cult.
Come on. You're both invited. Yeah.
I'm there. I'm the first one there.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you? What's
Beautiful.
your B-reel?
Girl, you, like 2 hours ago, while I'm like shopping in the CVS trying to get my fucking antibiotics for my strep throat, you're like, oh, don't forget your Be Real. I was like, fuck. This is the part that I hate the most. You know, as someone who's like in a podcast
just
where we're
not
supposed to
do
talk
it
about
anymore.
our feelings, Bao always forces me to like talk about my feelings. As a Cantonese Chinese, we don't talk about our feelings, but I do have them, and so I had to like think about it more and make sense of them. I have feelings, but I'm not good at talking about them, and I think that's the difference between you and me. We both have feelings. I don't know how to articulate them usually, but you know, hanging out with you,
But-
the Vietnamese, Kevin Kwong, I have feelings, and I'm learning to talk about them more. And
By the way, every episode when it comes to this section, you
I talk
always
about
start
the
it
same
off like
way.
this, and then you beautifully talk about your feelings
Yeah.
just fine. By the way,
yeah. So, as people have, if people listen, everyone knows that I'm going through it. So, like, I still am unemployed. It's been months since we've last had an episode. I have been rejected. I don't go out to eat with my friends because I can't afford it as much. I can't seem to clean my apartment for months after Burning Man, which has happened. Like, there's all these things that are coming down on me. You know, my mom is driving me insane. I hate her. She drives me crazy. You know, we're supposed to love our moms. I love her, but I hate her. And, you know, it's crazy. I know you, Belle, are having some issues with your parents. You, Nathan, we're like
Don't we
texting.
all?
We're having some issues with our parents. We love them, but
sure.
we hate. That's a big word. Have issues with them. You know, I'm still not dating. I'm 45. I'm not dating. I have a recent diagnosis of ADHD. I'm having some troubles. I just learned I got strep throat today, like right before this. I got tested. I'm like, but all this I'm going through, I'm having a good ass time. I am loving life. All these things are coming down on
wow.
me. You know, I was going through depression for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, like before a few months ago, I was like, what the fuck? Why am I depressed? Like, things are happening, and I just like, I'm just gonna get over this. I'm gonna go to Burning Man. I'm gonna do this. I'm feeling okay. I like today, all these things are coming down to me. I actually honestly feel okay. You know, I have all these friends
Well, that's
like
good.
like yourself, Bao, always going through anxiety and things like that. And I've always quietly been very proud of myself for going, like, I don't have the anxiety that you guys all do most of the time. Sometimes I do. And I went through a mild depression a few months ago, but I got over it really fast. I was just like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. I
Well,
am
fuck
having a
you.
good time.
That's-
And I was just like, well, you know, and I didn't have to pay for a therapist. I was like, you know, I'm going to flip this. I'm going to reframe this. These are the good things I'm going through. I have these bad things, but like, I'm really appreciating this good stuff. I have these friend networks, even though this friend network, they're all coupled. They're parting ways from me. I still appreciate that, and I love it. You know, you moved to LA. I fucking hated that. I honestly was the saddest person when you moved away. But I still have to put up with you on this podcast. And I love that, and it makes me happy. So I think I not learned, I've always been able to appreciate the good things that happen to me. It's the bad things that I learned from you crazy Vietnamese people. Like, oh, everything's wrong. No, I have gotten past all that. I love the things that are good in my life. And I've, maybe it's these supplements I'm taking. I'm trying a white woman like you, Val. I'm taking this NAD Plus shit. Maybe that's why I'm so happy.
I took NAD Plus every...
NAD Plus! Yeah. NAD Plus, black,
have you heard of this, Nathan?
Maca root.
I think I have. Yeah.
Maca root's giving me my libido back.
Oh, that
Maybe
makes
it's
you
all
so
fake.
horny.
Maybe it's fake. I'm doing
Placebo,
good.
but placebo works. Placebo works.
Placebo is a real thing. And I'm not... Yes, so much shit is going wrong for me, but I'm actually a very happy person. I'm doing great in this shitty time. I have no money. I have no man, which I want. Things are going wrong. I hate my mother. Like, I didn't cry at my dad's funeral, but I love my life right now. I'm doing a good job. That's my fucking be real.
Real.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love you, girl. You
better.
Yeah, I love you, girl. You know, like on the dating, someone told me like you just need to put yourself out there.
I'm putting myself out there.
No, I'm just joking.
I would kill you.
And then for your depression, like, have you tried drinking water? Like, I heard hydration.
No.
Really helps.
It's
it's bourbon and diet Coke
Coke
Zero.
Zero. None of that other shit.
Okay,
Even though
can I further this white woman thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Something that's really helped me. There's this white woman. She's really all over TikTok. Her name is Mel Robbins.
I don't do that. My FYP won't give her that.
She's like 2025 Brene Brown. And then I told you I have a coach, and she's also a white lesbian. And I wake up every morning, and I tell myself 8 things, and it really just sounds.
What does he say? Recite them. Number one.
Ready?
Number one.
Number one. And you have to say it out loud. You have to say it out loud in the mirror.
Memory.
Number 1. Today is going to be a great day.
Okay, I say that.
Okay, so like
fine.
before, I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Like, I literally just let myself be like, today's gonna happen the way it happens, but I let myself just like be scared of all the things that are not gonna happen before they happen. Today's gonna be great. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Y'all are my therapists right now. Okay, go.
Today is gonna be a great day. The second thing is, something's cool is gonna happen to me today. If you say that, you're just gonna start looking. You're just gonna look for cool things.
Never. That's actually very beautiful.
I sound so crazy. Okay, something cool's gonna happen to me today. The third one.
She's taking notes. Nathan is taking notes.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I have these as screenshots.
Oh yeah, I'm taking notes, baby.
The third one. Today is the start of a new chapter of my life.
Okay, that's cheesy, but I'll deal with it.
But no, there's 8 of them, and you'll realize some days one of them just sticks out better.
No, I get that.
Okay.
When I was at Burning Man, I said stupid shit like that. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. The fourth one, I'm gonna pull this up. The fourth one is, I gotta give myself more credit for how hard I'm trying.
Gotta give yourself grace.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Today's.
I like that. I'm okay with that.
Oh, this is the one that I use a lot. No matter what happens today, I can handle it.
I can, but can you as a Vietnamese and you as a Vietnamese Filipino do that?
He's not Vietnamese.
Korean Filipino.
Call him every other race other than Jesus Christ. Nathan Ramos Fong.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I'm drunk right now. I hope.
Girl.
I'm gonna get canceled, like you.
Okay. The last 4. Okay, I'm allowed to be a work in progress. I have an important contribution to make to the world. This one hasn't gone up as much.
I have an important contribution in the world. Yes.
And then the last one is, if I keep showing up, life will reward me. And that's a helpful one. It's like, I don't want to go to that. I want to be in private in my cocoon and heal, which I think is like adds to the. Just go out there, go out there and then
For
like
sure.
believe that things are going to be great, and if they don't go great, you know how to handle it. Has
Yeah.
really helped me a lot. Mel Robbins.
No, I think that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you, Mel.
I don't like these feelings things, and I think that's beautiful. I'm the Cantonese Chinese. I don't have those things. And other Cantonese, Hong Kong, like Chinese folks, we're not the feelings people in that way. And I hope that people who are listening will like maybe like let that in.
I can't believe we ended this episode with 8 inspirational quotes from a white woman.
Yes, beautiful.
Love
Beautiful.
that.
I
But
feel it in my
it's time-
heart and soul.
But it's time to wrap up our season 3 premiere, Nathan.
Yay.
Thank you so much for being our fake host
Yeah, of
for
course,
2 minutes, and then our
anytime.
guest. Where can people follow you on the socials? Sorry.
Just at Nathan Ramos Park on TikTok and Instagram. And that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me. Had a great time.
I am so happy that we got to talk to you because I haven't talked to you in a while, and that was beautiful. So if you want to watch the next episode of Our Beautiful Faces, you can also watch the video podcast on YouTube and Spotify. Bao is forcing me to start editing this podcast, which means I am so sorry. It's going to be messed up. And I have a
Girl,
lot
the
of
narrative, bitch. I'm not forcing you. I'm
I am
letting you edit.
so-
I'm going to pay you. I'm going
Yes.
to pay you because you're unemployed with my own money.
Yes, but also I got a lot of inspiration from Katya and
Bitch.
Tuxi's show,
Oh, I'm excited for
which means that there's going to be a lot of sound effects, GIFs flying all over. You may not be able to follow, and I'm sorry. I'm going to get my drag daughter, Christina Mikuchi, to help edit because we're
Oh, no,
we're
not
fucked up
Christy.
people.
we're going to get a lot of
you
fun
won't-
stuff.
I'm going to hold back as best I can. But I'm glad you're all here for our first comeback, season 3?
Season 3. And you probably know this already, but if you want to follow us, it's at Literally Gaysians on TikTok, Instagram, Patreon, and YouTube. And if you've noticed, there's no more ads on this thing because it wasn't worth the $2 a month. So,
you didn't like
it's ad-free now.
the Mint Mobile ads and the okay, you know what's the most offensive? The LinkedIn careers ads. I thought those were targeted specifically at me. I was like, y'all, I thought Bao picked them for
Oh, no.
me. I thought he was
AI
the
picked
meanest person because of Vietnamese. I thought it was so mean.
No, there was the filler. There was the filler ad. Like, hey, feeling old? It was like something like that. Feeling old? Try wrestling. Wrestling? I forgot how to say it. So they really like. So I'm just thinking about like how AI tagged our podcast,
AI,
which is like
yeah.
old people, unemployed, can't afford
Can't afford life.
Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Nathan. Thank you, everyone, for joining
course.
us. Till next time.
Nathan,
Bye.
do you have
Yay.
any parting words for our wonderful guests about your TikToks?
If you want to start a TikTok, start a TikTok.
Oh no!
Come on, don't you? What are you waiting for? And
Yeah.
yeah, I think that there's two kinds of people. Like there are consumers and there are creators. And if you're feeling burnt out about consuming because you're just like there's too much shit, then like create a little bit and it'll alleviate some of that stuff. And so I always appreciate when you all like just put out into the universe. Like when you started putting this podcast out, it resonated so much with me, and like. Definitely made me like think a lot about my takes and everything. So I mean, we all feed each other, and so yeah, I'm just happy to be fed tonight.
All right, everybody,
well, great.
create. Thank you.
You too, don't you? You should do it. I think you should be great at it too.
Yay.
So, all right, bye everyone.
Okay, bye.